and welcome back, you gothic hippie spooky people. Today's makeup comes from high requests from TikTok. So I'm gonna do the makeup here and then be able to do some videos there that everybody's been wanting for a while now. And why not talk about one of the most disturbing, psychological damaged murders in American history. His crimes were deeply influenced by severe mental illness and gruesome delusions, earning Richard Chase the title of the Vampire of Sacramento. That's right, we're doing a vampire makeup. Told you guys I would sprinkle in some like cosplay Halloween fun stuff. The murder was serious, but this makeup's gonna be just fun and whimsical and, yeah. So if you are ready, let's go. Just one thing, go ahead and press that subscribe button because, why not? It'll be fun. You can sit here with me and listen to these crazy things I always have to talk about while enjoying fun makeup. If you don't know me, my name is Fekete-Mustafa and I am partial owner of Gothic Hippies Makeup Boutique with my sister Tiara. And I share a lot of that makeup here, but then I also mix with all kinds of small and big brands just because it's funner that way. It's funner when we all work together. Richard Chase was born May 23rd, 1950 in Santa Clara County, California. His father, Richard Sr., brutally beat both Richard and Richard's mother so severely that one incident involved forcing young Chase to vomit by feeding him until he did. I mean, you have to admit, that's pretty darn sick. Who does that to their child? I look at my children, there's no way I could do anything that would ever hurt them. That's just, there's some kind of people out there, right? Some kind of people. Both parents reportedly had mental health issues, obviously. His mom, Carrie, became so erratic that she accused her husband of poisoning her and cheating on her on a camping trip. I mean, I wouldn't be trusting the guy either if he was like abusing me anyway, right? So I would probably just think anything of him. He sounds like a monster. So starting around the age 5 to 10, he exhibited the McDonald triad: bloodlust towards animals, persistent bedwetting, and fire play. He killed stray cats and tortured animals in secret. His mother dismissed it as boyish behavior. As a teenager and young adult, he believed that his organs were failing. Claiming his heart stopped, his lungs were stolen, and that his bones were shifting. Interesting. It's like a major hypochondriac. He also held oranges to his head to absorb vitamin C into his skull. I don't think that's how that's done, mister. He abused LSD, alcohol, and prescription drugs, worsening his mental instability. That'll do it. In 1975 through 76, he was hospitalized twice for fatal delusions, drinking rabbit and bird blood, attempting to inject himself with it, and that earned the nickname Dracula amongst the staff. In 1976, authorities deemed him stable enough, releasing him into his mother's home. And then his mother, Carrie, started tapering him off his medication because he acted like a zombie. Better a zombie than the Dracula. Then she moved him to an apartment paid for by his dad. In August 1977, Chase was stopped at Nevada's Pyramid Lake, naked, blood smeared, and carrying a bucket of cow's blood. Oh, and don't forget, a liver. But, police found no crime, so they just let him off with a fine. He shaved his head to monitor his cranial bones, attempted to locate one of his arteries, and even believed in underground Nazi gangs. And let's not forget UFO conspiracies. He believed in scratching open doors were like an invitation, kind of like how vampires need to be invited in, type of invitation. So Richard Chase believed his heart was shrinking and that he needed to drink blood to heal himself. Not only to heal himself, but to survive. And when he was locked up for the blood drinking of the birds and the rabbits, psychiatrists noted that he was a danger to himself and others. He was eventually released, despite the objections. A tragic failure in the system. So his first murder was on December 29th, 1977. Chase shot 51-year-old Ambrose Griffin, a random man just walking outside his home. This one was just a test. Chase later escalated his methods drastically. January 23rd, 1978, Teresa Wallen was pregnant 3 months with her son, in which her and her husband, David Wallen, planned to name Dane. David said when he returned home from a work trip, he found his wife with her torso cut open, disemboweled, and with her undergarments ripped away. Chase claimed to have approached the expectant mother while she was getting ready to take the trash out, shooting her 3 times and stabbing her with a butcher knife. And it didn't just stop there, no. He raped her. He cut off her nipples, drank her blood, and smeared her insides all over the walls. Ugh, what a freak. Ugh. This absolutely poor woman. Oh. Well, Chase later told authorities that he would normally just go around neighborhoods and see if there were doors that were unlocked, perceiving that an unlocked door was an invitation. Sadly, such was the case for Teresa. Took her organs and drank her blood out of a yogurt cup that was found at the crime scene. Putrid. January 27th, 1978, Evelyn Meredith, her 6-year-old son Jason, and her 22-month-old nephew David, and a family friend Dan Meredith. The adults were fatally shot in the head before Chase defiled Meredith's corpse. Just like Teresa Wallen, she was found in her bedroom, disemboweled, and an object of necrophilia. Ooh. And poor little Jason also passed away from multiple gun wounds to his head. I really hate the kid stuff. Jason's body was not mutilated like all of the rest of them so far, besides the test victim at the beginning. The toddler, however, was missing from the residence, which sparked up a massive search. On March 21st, 1978, the body of the boy was discovered in a cardboard box in an empty lot. And that's all I'm going to say about that, because it shouldn't be said what happened to the baby. Way too disturbing. No. Chase was categorized as a disorganized serial killer, doing little or nothing to cover up his grotesque acts. After the final murders, witnesses saw Chase fleeing in a blood-covered shirt. Police traced him to his apartment, where they found blenders with body tissue and blood, animal parts in the fridge, diagrams of human anatomy, newspapers marked with ads for cats and dogs because he hunted animals while he wasn't killing humans, bloodstains covering the walls, the floors, and the dishes. His entire apartment was a slaughterhouse. In 1979, Chase was found guilty of 6 accounts of murder. He was sentenced to death in the gas chamber. In my opinion, they should have just, stabbed a stake through his heart. Other inmates feared him and refused to be near him at all. He believed that Nazis and UFOs were out to get him. He requested access to radar protection. On December 26, 1980, Chase died by suicide in his cell. He died by overdosing on antidepressants that he had been hoarding. But he also hanged himself, but I guess they were saying that he died from the overdose part. That's what got him first. I honestly think that he should have just never been cleared to get out of the mental institution. He needed to be there. But nothing, absolutely nothing's an excuse for all of these gruesome things that he did. That's just crazy. It's nasty. It's inhuman. But I forgot to tell you, they did find him legally sane in the courts. They said that he showed premeditation because he had worn gloves and he chose his victims. So he was conscious of his wrongdoings, and that's what sane and insane is when you go to court. Basically, did you know you were doing it and planning it? And he did, obviously, he was doing it over and over again. Richard wasn't only a serial killer, he was psychotic. Delusional predator trapped in the hell of his own mind. His case remains one of the darkest intersections of mental illness, horror, and real-life vampirism. I hope you enjoyed this makeup, and I will be posting all of the things that I have used, the products, in the description below, so take a look at that if you want to see anything. I do make these vampire teeth myself. I did create a short on that if you guys want to see that, or maybe I can pin it to the end of this video for you. So stick around if you want to see that. Again, please subscribe if you want to see more like this. I told you I'd sprinkle in these fun little makeups. These are for you spooky people who don't mind doing a look like this in the middle of summer. If there's any other stories that you guys would like to hear, please drop them in the comments. It does not even have to be true crime. It could be the facts on where a vampire came from or that kind of stuff. Let me know. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I hope to see you again soon. I post every week. I post one of these long makeups every week with a story or talking about something, chit-chatting. And then I also throw in some shorts in between here and there. Toodaloo! Welcome. We are going to be showing how to make some very inexpensive, super easy, super realistic looking vampire teeth. This is my method. This is what I like to do. I know there are so many different methods and everybody has their preferences, but I'm going to show you mine. So this is what I use for my vampire teeth. Are you ready? Fingernail tips. Fingernail tips. Those bad boys right there. Those are going to be our teeth. And everyone's teeth are different. I have small teeth, so I'm going to use the pinky nail. So I'm going to take these scissors and I am going to cut these in little pointed shapes like a vampire tooth. All right. And then once we have our shape, let me get this little piece off. Okay. We're going to file it down, and we're going to file these edges because these are going to be towards your gums. You don't want these poking you. So we're going to file it nice and smooth. We're going to wash everything afterwards. So make sure you do too, because we're going to have nail dust everywhere. So we're just gonna file this smoothly to where it just looks like a tooth. See, I don't like mine this long, so I am going to shorten them. And to get your little fang in, we're going to be using good old Fix-A-Dent. So it's gonna be up on your gums, so make sure your gums are like dry, and then we're gonna hold them in place until it dries. So we're not gonna cover the whole tooth in Fix-A-Dent. It's just gonna be at the top where it's going to stick to the gums. Let's put the other one in. It does make your lipsticks wet. Yeah, so good. And this is how I become a vampire. So I'm glad, you watched this. Please give me a like and a follow, and I shall, do some more fun stuff like this for you.